Okay, so we're back, and I'm going to talk about inequality, racism, and social class difference. And I have to go a bit into history now, back into how, I guess, when America was formed, and when the English and French came to America, to Canada, and what happened? Who was first on this continent? Was it Christopher Columbus? Was it Amerigo Vespucci? No. They were the native Indians. Okay, the native Indians. They're not even Indians, they're native people. Christopher Columbus was supposed to go to India, but he reached this part of the world by mistake, so he called them Indians. Indians, right? So, what happened after that? What happened when the English and the French came in? What happened? I'll tell you what happened. There was a slaughterhouse here. Okay, the natives got killed. Millions of people were slaughtered, were killed, and their lands were taken. And if we look now, we see that they're placed in reservations. Reservations are usually, if you study any geography, is usually for animals on their way to extinction, and they're trying to be protected. And I guess that's what's happening with the native Indians right now. Native Indians is that they're on their way to extinction because that's what we did to them. That's what the white people did to them. That's what this Western, so-called Western power has done to gain this land and to set up this country. This country full of rights for everyone and equality. So let's question that. Let's see if there's equality, and let's look at what's happening, for example, in terms of social classes and the difference. And we find that there's a huge gap between the high class and there's a huge and the lower end class, which is usually your average person on welfare or working minimum wage. And you find a lot of these people are of course, how many there's left of them, but Native Indians, black people, white European immigrants, and you question, like, why? How come the system works this way? And even like look at welfare, right? You get a check every month, okay, $500, $600, whatever you get, okay, depending. You get this thing, but you don't want to improve yourself. You're happy with what you have there. That's what the system works. They don't want you to step up. They don't want you to do better. There's doctors, neurosurgeons who come from my country, who come from Arab countries, who are driving cabs, who are washing dishes. They could teach neurosurgeons in this country, okay? They could teach them, they can school them. And you know what? Their paper, their diplomas, because it doesn't have Canada or United States, right? They're worth less than toilet paper, okay? Less than toilet paper, alright? It's worth nothing. It's worth nothing. So you find these people starting their lives in these countries, okay, being degraded, being looked down upon because they have an accent, because they don't have Canada stamped on their diplomas. So we have to think again, what's really going on with the system? Why is it set up this way? Why the social class difference? Why interest, for example? Coming to this country, I was very happy. I got, I saw in my mail one time, you've won $10,000 in Reader's Digest, right? You just have to complete this and that. So I subscribed to that, of course, the magazine, and I got the magazine, but I never got the money because it was they cheated me, okay? It was just a facade, it was just a farce, it was nothing, right? And I fell for it. And I fell for applying for Visa cards, and we'll give you this prize if you apply for Visa card. They give you fake money, they give you fake hopes, fake things. And then you start using these fake things that you don't have, then all of a sudden you find yourself owing them, okay? Now you owe them real money, okay? You have to pay. And interest accumulates and accumulates and accumulates, and if you don't have the money to pay at the end of the month or whenever, you're pretty much in big doo-doo. So Let's question the system. It's very fake. Everything is fake. No money. Go to the bank. 10 people go to the bank right now, okay? Demand $10,000. If you have whatever money, tell the bank to give you the money. They won't have the money. Why? Because it's just a bunch of numbers that a lot of people agreed on, and it's just, you know, pretty much a highway of numbers being passed on from people to people. Just people agreeing, okay, we have money, right? Let's fake that we have money. I'll give you a plastic card with some numbers on it, and you just swipe and there's just numbers going up and down, okay? But at the end of the month, you have to work, okay? You have to work your rear off for this and pay those, okay, with real cash, okay? You have to go and pay that bill. You have to go and pay that Visa card. You have to go and pay that interest. So I ask you, my brother, I'm advising you, don't go into these. Don't go into such things. Don't go into interest. Pay off your things. Be satisfied with less. If you cannot afford it, don't go for it. Don't go for fakeness. Don't go for illusions. Don't try to own illusions. You don't need it. Just whatever you have, just pay it off if you have cash or whatever. Don't conform to the way the system works. You will be enslaved, okay? Let's look at racism now, for example, okay? Oh, this is a country of equality and everything. Come on, let's, you know, look at the way the ghettos were. Look at the way projects were, how people were put in there, how people, you know, most of them are black people, most of them are people of different nations, not white people. You won't find them many white people being in the ghettos. Yes, there's some, I'm not denying, but usually are people of different race, different color. Okay, people have an accent. People look down on them. They won't get, you know, hired as a principal. You won't find a black president anytime soon. Or you know what I mean. So you want to question yourself. What happened? What's really behind? You know, is it just to shut off people, shut their mouths, and, you know, give you some rights here, and okay, you can do this and you can do that, and you know, just keep your mouth shut, and, you know, oh, we'll just pretend that you have rights and everyone has rights and everything's fine and dandy. Okay, just go play your bingo or, you know, eat your chicken. Come on, let's be serious. I'm asking you, if you're an African American, are you satisfied with the way you're being treated? Do you really see people looking at you and not seeing your color? Do you really see people looking beyond your eyes and seeing into your soul as you are a true person, okay? Person that God created you? And because your skin is darker or brown or whatever, any color, man, does that mean you're less of that person than other people are? Did you forget that they just massacred you not 90, 100 years ago? Did you forget that? Come on, let's be honest and see that there is a racist problem. There is a problem with racism in this country and everywhere still. And if we don't look beyond these things, we don't look behind these colors and beyond these races, we'll never succeed. And if we don't see the way our governments work and the way the system works, that it is a racist system, that it is a system that only promotes white supremacy and only, you know, whites should are present. But now people might jump on me like, this guy's crazy, what is he talking about? Look how many rights we've given. Come on, let's look deep. Where are the rights? What kind of rights? Rights that are derogatory, rights that are putting people back, rights that are enslaving people. These are no rights. True rights are when me and you, black, white, Chinese, whatever, we can stand in front of someone, okay, and they will not look at us and be like, you know, when they go back in their office to make a decision, they'll be like, oh, you know, I like that Chinese guy or I like that black guy. They will not say that. They'll say, I like that Mr. So-and-so. I like that. He's professional. He's this or he's that. You know what I mean? They will not see you as a Chinese person. They will not see you as the black guy. They will not see you as the white guy. They will not see you as the guy with the accent. They will not see. It's very hard to achieve, I know. But that's the only way and our only hope for equality, for a racist, free world. And I ask you again, question yourself, question the system, question what they tell you. Is it truth?